Thank you so much. Thank you. I would just like to start by apologizing because I'm not going to be able to speak in German. My speech is going to be in English. As I was preparing my intervention today, I still carry the energy of COP30, where one of my colleagues jokes that the COP presidency managed to keep everyone dissatisfied. I could not help but reflect on that statement. It processed me, but also it reminded me that I love storytelling because through stories, that's where we can imagine the world as it used to be and how it should be, but most importantly, on how it can be. So I'm going to share my story today. I grew up in Rwanda, a very beautiful country located in Africa. You should visit if you get the time. I was raised in a warm, supporting family. My parents encouraged me to pursue my dream as a girl, even when my cultural norms said otherwise. I loved mathematics and science. I dreamed of becoming a pilot or at least a mechanical engineer, something that's gonna get me closer to the plane. But also, I was that girl in the neighborhood who refused to tolerate injustice, especially toward women and girls. I played football with the boys, I stood my ground, and yes, maybe because I'm a Capricorn, you can also say I had that fire in me. Looking back, I realized that the seed of who I am today was planted early. A love for problem solving, a refusal to accept that just how things are, as an intense on injustice, even when it made me a troublemaker. One night, just after I finished my high school, my entire path changed. I was sitting with my father, waiting for my favorite movie to start. You know when you have to sit in the whole news seance because you want to grab the telecommand before your sibling because your favorite show is gonna come after the news. That night, the news showed the community in Rwanda being displaced forcefully due to a heavy rainfall, flood, and landslide. Homes were torn apart. Most of the people on the screen were women and children. I could not fully describe what I felt, but something did not sit right in my heart. The image reminded me of my own earlier memories of being exposed to climate disaster. And I remember thinking, why is nature responding to us this way? Why are the most vulnerable paying the highest price? I knew right there that my dream had changed. I would not leave Rwanda to study abroad. I would not pursue mechanical engineering. I needed to understand what is happening to my country, to my community. So I chose to go to environmental and water engineering. And that choice shaped my life ever since. In Rwanda, we are taught something powerful from a young age. Do not blame, solve. Do the best you can with the tools that you have to bring real change. So as I studied, I discovered something simple, but yet painful. My community, like many across the global south, we are facing the hardest impact of climate change despite contributing almost nothing to the problem. Yes, Rwanda is at the front line. Yes, we face flood, landslide, drought, displacement. Yes, climate change takes away every slice of development that we are having. Our resources, our physical space are shrinking, and our hopes are being destroyed every day. But despite that, my country continues to integrate climate action into our development plans. We do not wait for the world to agree. We act because we must. These mindsets, this belief in solution became the foundation of everything I wanted to do and next. I founded the Green Protector, a youth-led women NGO based in Rwanda. And with friends, colleagues who shared the same fire, we had a simple goal, but yet ambitious. We wanted to analyze climate policy in Rwanda so that we can create a tailored way of young people to meaningfully engage through education, advocacy, as well as tangible action. We wanted to ensure that youth were not just invited to the conversation, but empowered to shape solution. Then kept, thanks. Then kept 2018, our first COP, through our country program. And first time we went to the global space, we were shocked as a team. The first shock we received was the disbelief that a young African woman could speak up, challenge, or contribute interactively in the process. We also been shocked about the tokenism, where young people were offered symbolic presence, but not actual participation. We were also shocked by the absence of the frontline voices in the negotiation room and in the side event. We choose that this is going to be a wake-up call for us, and it made us double down our mission. Among other climate issues, I choose to focus on loss and damage, the most toxic one in the space, because it is the topic where the lived reality of the frontline community are undeniable. Loss and damage is not theoretical. It's not a diplomatic language. It's about homes people lose, children being displaced, culture that disappear, trauma that community carries, and the future that are interrupted over and over again, all because of the climate impact they did not create. This is why, for so many reasons, I joined the Loss and Damage Youth Coalition. Not to blame the past, but to insist on the justice today. When developing countries call for support, they are not asking for charity, they are not begging for survival. They have analyzed all the cards that are on the table, and they are asking the world to play the right ones. Yes, today we have the Loss and Damage Fund that is operational, and we have pledges accounting for 98.24 million from Germany and other countries. But is this really what is needed? Let us ask an uncomfortable question. Are the pledges that we are receiving new and additional, or are we simply reallocating the finance from health, education, and adaptation budget? Are we delivering support in a way that empower local communities and developing countries, or are we forcing them into predetermined boxes, another form of neocolonialism? And when we speak about the G20, the G7, or the BRICS, are these institutions ready to embrace the shift demanded by today's truth? People say multilateralism is failing, but perhaps it's only failing because it's beneficial to some if it fails. Unilateralism may bring temporary gain, but it threatens our collective future. Yes, despite everything, I have hope. Not in an abstract sense, but in the real, grounded, powerful kind of hope. Because today, young people from developing countries refuse to be trapped in a narrative of blame. We choose to be solution makers, nationally, regionally, and internationally. We challenge our government. We push for better policies. We mobilize communities. We build intergenerational justice. We believe that someone, somewhere, will listen to us and join us. I'm one of those young people, and I know many of you still carry also that youthness spirit, or the spirit that we can do something better. Each of us has a role to play, including you here today, not only as global citizen, but also as national citizen, because the global shift begins at home. Ask the right question, demand accountability, challenge your leaders, request transparency, push for the shift in your own country so we can solve the shift of our shared global system. No one can stand in the way of an informed citizen who seeks justice, solidarity, and a livable planet for us. Let me close today with the two quotes that guided me. The first quote is by John Dewey, who said that if education does not teach you to resist injustice, it has failed. The second one is from my president. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. But it's possible to go faster and further together. That is the spirit I carry, standing on the shoulder of the elders that guided me through my work. This is the spirit that my generation carry, and the spirit that invites you, all of you, to carry with us. Thank you so much, Murakoze.
Ineza, thank you so much for your wonderful speech. You're a role model and you're inspiring us all. Thank you so much for being here today with us.